difficult pregnancies, intrusive fans, and a heartbreaking loss, Marzia Kjellberg may be a popular content creator and fashion designer, but fame has come with a devastating price.
I just wanted to say goodbye to YouTube, but I'll catch you around.
In 2018, Marzia Kjellberg had a thriving YouTube career. According to The Verge, she built up over 7.4 million subscribers on the platform, who consumed her makeup and fashion content. The news that she was quitting YouTube came quite unexpectedly, but Marzia would eventually share that her mental health had been hit hard by the YouTube life. In a video, Marzia explained her struggles, saying,
I had never struggled so much up to this point to carry out everyday tasks. I just didn't want to leave the house.
She also pointed out that she struggled with isolating herself from the rest of the world and did not even try to socialize with other people, instead looking to YouTube to fill that void. Marzia felt although the internet can be a great resource in helping people to connect with each other, it can also take over a person's life in negative ways. When Marzia Kjellberg first started dating Pewdiepie, their relationship exposed her to the wide world of online content creation. Dating Pewdiepie gave Marzia even more of an interest in YouTube, and she got excited by the new content she was discovering. She decided to start dedicating time to building up a channel of her own. Her content certainly found an audience, but its growth paled in comparison to PewDiePie's skyrocketing success. That led to some complicated feelings for Marzia. She said in a since-deleted YouTube video,
I was thrilled for Felix, but I felt like I was a fraud. I definitely didn't deserve all the attention.
Marzia's imposter syndrome contributed to her spending more and more of her time on YouTube, which in turn had some negative effects on her mental health. After leaving YouTube in 2018, she started pursuing new creative outlets, including fashion and design, that allowed her to express herself in a way that didn't cause her to immediately compare her success to her partners. In 2019, Marzia and PewDiePie's home was broken into, and Marzia lost a lot of valuable goods. She addressed the situation on her Instagram story, which was later reposted by Keemstar on Twitter. She said, "Our house was broken into and they took 90% of my valuables, from my jewelry to luxury goods and special items I've been collecting over the years. It's all gone." Despite Marzia's worry that she sounded materialistic for being upset over the robbery, people supported her in the aftermath. After all, many of her fans understood that some items in life are worth more than just monetary value, and having your stuff stolen can feel like a violation. Unfortunately, PewDiePie had to address a similar problem years ago, as his address was leaked online and a number of fans came to visit. In a 2016 YouTube video, the massively popular creator had to tell people to not show up at his home.
Just don't come to my house, please. Are we done? Are we done? That was it?
Hopefully, this is the last time the couple will have to deal with such an intrusion. Once PewDiePie's streaming career really started blowing up, he and Kjellberg struggled with how much fame had changed their lives. Suddenly, they couldn't go out in public without risking being recognized and approached by fans. PewDiePie once told a story about a particularly unpleasant time he and Marzia tried to order food at a McDonald's. Some kids recognized PewDiePie and swarmed the couple asking for pictures. When the children's mom got involved, she didn't do anything to stop them, even as PewDiePie asked to be left alone. Things didn't get easier when the couple went on vacations either, as PewDiePie has shared a number of anecdotes of screaming crowds of fans surrounding them. Incidents like these might have contributed to the couple's decision to move to Japan and make a bit of a career change. It seems like it worked, and the couple is enjoying a bit more anonymity in their new home. Marzia's fans were beyond delighted when she and PewDiePie announced in February 2023 that they were expecting a baby. Their son Bjorn was born that July, but the last few months of the pregnancy were a particularly stressful time for the couple.
I'm nervous for Marzia, but I know she's gonna do super well. I know she's really good at this kind of thing.
PewDiePie uploaded a sneaky gender reveal video to his YouTube channel 2 months before his son was born. While some fans were busy piecing together the couple's clues about the baby's gender, others focused on a concerning bit of news he shared near the end of the video. PewDiePie said that while his wife and the baby were fine, there were some complications, and the risk of premature labor was weighing on both their minds.
So she's been taking it very easy for the past 10 days.
Thankfully, she didn't go into premature labor, but her delivery still ended up being stressful for the couple. Japan has strict healthcare policies, so the couple's time together was limited when Marzia went into labor. PewDiePie had to drop Marzia off at the hospital and wait outside as she was kept overnight for observation, and he couldn't stay long even after the delivery. It was a bit of culture shock for the couple. but ultimately they were just happy that Bjorn and Marzia both remained healthy throughout the experience. Some people are clumsier than others, and some just attract more bad luck than others. Marzia seems to be one or both of those kinds of people, having gotten hurt on a few occasions.
I don't think I've ever felt this much pain for an illness before.
In 2019, as Metro UK reported, Marzia and Pewdiepie went to Japan for a second honeymoon. While on their honeymoon, Marzia shared a picture on her Instagram story that explained a knife had fallen out of the packaging and landed tip first on her toe. While the experience didn't sound fun, she did point out in a later update that they were hopeful it would heal on its own, and that a trip to the hospital would be unnecessary. The toe in question was heavily bruised, but she was able to walk without too much issue. Still, the incident seemed to have put a damper on the festivities. In 2020, Marzia again ran into trouble while at her home in the UK. This time, Marzia shared to Instagram that she deeply cut her finger while opening a metal can. While both accidents sounded painful and frustrating to deal with, and messing up a trip with a loved one is never fun, at least they didn't result in more serious injuries. If you've been around the gaming side of the internet for any amount of time, then you've probably seen plenty of hate come from various groups. The internet is full of it, and Marzia in particular has received more hate than most, as many people claim that she only saw success because of Pewdiepie. Between blogs and hate threads that seek to demean her accomplishments, it sometimes seems like there's a nearly endless amount of Marzia backlash online. However, Marzia's put in a lot of hard work on her own, and her creations speak for themselves. While she exploded in popularity as a makeup and fashion YouTuber, a genre on the platform that has quite a different audience than Pewdiepie, she's gone on to do even more, writing a novel and even creating her own fashion line. Her designs aren't anything to scoff at either. A few years ago, TubeFilter spoke to two different fashion experts, Michael Fink, Dean of the School of Fashion at Savannah College of Art and Design, and celebrity stylist Alison Calhoun. Fink praised Marzia's designs, explaining that they were trendy while also keeping a timeless look. Even Calhoun, who admitted that she wasn't exactly thrilled with certain parts of the collection, explained that she understood the overall appeal and thought they were creatively designed. Still, it can be hard to shut out the negativity. Being in front of a camera all the time would be exhausting for anyone. Even after Marzia's YouTube retirement, she continued to be in the spotlight as an influencer. In 2020, she shared on Instagram that she struggled with all of it, partially because she thought her face was too asymmetrical.
Yes, I do have a deviated septum, if you never noticed.
She explained that when she first started making videos, she discovered what she thought were her best angles. In her words, the effort was ultimately, quote, exhausting, silly, and simply put, superficial. At a certain point, Marzia became so insecure about the right side of her face that she completely stopped taking pictures or recording videos that showed off those angles of her face. However, she pointed out that the initial COVID-19 quarantine period caused her to do some self-reflection, ultimately leading her to want to accept herself how she is. Sharing a picture of just the right side of her face, Marzia finally stepped out of her comfort zone in front of her 8 million followers. When Marzia was 13, her family was forced to move an hour and a half away from where she grew up and faced some rough times, as reported by Before They Were Famous. And while 13 is a difficult age for anyone, the move and Marzia's family situation wasn't helpful for navigating the usual hardships of that time of life. And she explained that she dealt with it all by isolating herself. She explained, I was for 2 years that my family had to go through some real tough situations, so I started staying alone most of the time. I wouldn't see anyone and I would be constantly in a bad mood. School was just boring and I would push everyone away from me. While Marzia didn't give any super specific details about her family's hardships, she did explain that eventually things got better. After leaving behind so many people in her old hometown, Marzia found a way to open up and found friends after the move. Long before Marzia met her future husband, Pewdiepie had a very important girl in his life, a pug named Maya. So, after she started dating Pewdiepie, Marzia quickly fell in love with Maya and even began a YouTube series devoted to her. When she ended her YouTube career, Marzia pulled all the videos from her channel, but some fans have since re-uploaded a number of Maya-centric videos.
I love bananas.
That's the wrong hand.
When Maya sadly died in 2022, the couple had each other and their fans to lean on for support. Marzia wrote on Instagram, "My sweetest little potato, thank you for spending so many wonderful years with me and being the best companion I could have ever asked for." Hundreds of fans commented on her post, sending their condolences and sharing their own favorite memories of seeing Maya the pug on camera.